Hey guys, it's me again. I'm here today with a new coil, something that I haven't tried yet. I know in a previous video that I said I had done a lot of different coils, and at the time I thought that was pretty much all there was to it. I was wrong. I was doing some YouTube watching earlier, and I came across Twisted Messes Caterpillar track coil. And I watched it, and I looked at it, and I was intrigued by it. And as I watched him build it, I thought to myself, yeah, I could do something like that. Now, I did that build, and the reason why I didn't do a video of that build is because there's no possible way I could do it on camera. It just wouldn't happen. But I went ahead and did it, and I didn't do it exactly the same way he did it. He does it with 10 strands of 30 gauge Claptoned with 30 gauge, and then he hammers it out flat. I don't have the types of wire he uses. He uses anarchist wire, nichrome, things like that. I don't have that. I have a very limited range to choose from, and it's all A1 Canthal. So what I did was I got 3 strands of 26 gauge, and I Claptoned them together with 30 gauge to give me this after I hammered it out. That's a 5 wrap. I'm not sure what bit size it's around, but it's on the Asmodeus, on the Fat Snow Wolf. Alright, it ohmed out to 0.23. 0.23 to 0.24. I don't fully remember, but it was above, it was 0.23 or higher within a point. So I'm going to get in close for you. Adjust a bit so I can. It was extremely difficult for me to do, and what makes this setup different, especially for me, is the way I do it. I always do positive to negative side by side. I almost never do positive to negative. I almost never jump. A lot of people tell me center it. And to center my coils, I would do that. But I don't normally do it. I have no need to do it. But on this coil, it's so wide that I had no choice. And to be quite honest, the width of the wire itself was almost too much to fit through the negative post. It just barely fit, and it took some coaxing to get it to go through. But it worked out real nice, and it puts out. So I barely had to do any fidgeting to the coil to make it work right. I mean, it pretty much from the get-go glowed from the center. And it's just, it vapes like a champ. So I'm going to put just a little bit more juice on it, and then I'm going to put the top cap on, and I'm going to vape it. Now this coil, it soaks up the juice, and there is a little bit of a ramp up time. Now the thing I normally do is I normally have one air hole on the coil and the other one offset. Okay, normally I have just the one air hole right here, and then this one is offset, usually just blowing directly into the cotton. But this one, I have both air holes blowing directly onto the coil. And the vapor production is insane, at least for me. The flavor is outstanding. And the crazy thing is, at 0.23 ohms, it's not that hot of a vape, which surprises me. I would figure something like this would be an extremely hot vape, very hard for me to vape, something that I probably couldn't vape all day. But it's not like that at all. Oop. There you go. Got a shot of my 4 days into No Shave November. So it's crazy. Right now, I am a good 6 feet from the camera. It's starting to get a little dry on me. Alright, so this was one of my first attempts. This is another one. It's not that clean, but it works. I really like this build. I like this setup. It's, it's a lot of vapor for me. It's, it's not going to win any cloud competitions by any means. But, I don't vape to, put out fog. I vape my own way. Just so happens to be a lot of vape. But this puts out more than what I'm used to. Alright, got my beast. I gotta pull on it for a while to get that. And then this. So it's a very nice setup. What size is this bit? It says here somewhere, if I can focus. Well, it's probably been pulled off, rubbed off. Yeah, I normally say a regular microcoil works for me, and it does. It'll get me by. But at the same time, I'm not a big fan of dripping. I like my Genesis atomizers. They do me fine. I don't have to drip on them constantly. I got my tank of juice, and it works for me. But this setup, man, it might convince me. Oh, the flavor is outstanding. I am vaping Currently my Yummy Nectar Summer Melons, which is a new flavor. No, I haven't gone through this whole bottle. I actually have a different bottle that I've been filling up and going because it's just not convenient to walk around with this huge thing in my pocket. But yeah, it works really well. I'm enjoying the crap out of this. I've been vaping on it for 3 hours now, and you know, normally when I build a dripper, I'll vape on it for about 30 minutes, and then I'll switch back over to my Genesis, and that's what I vape on predominantly, is my Genesis. And out of my two Genesis, I have my TNT 30 and my iHybrid Beast. I normally vape my Beast more than my Mutant TNT 30. But this, I'm content. It does the trick. So if there are any builds you guys would like to see me do, let me know in the comments, and I will first try the build. I'll do a little video like this, and if it's an easy enough build, I'll do a video of it, of the actual build process. These crazy types of builds I'm not going to be doing build videos of because they're just too complicated, and my trimmer is, you know, it doesn't seem like much here, but when the camera's zoomed in, the model shake too much. You won't be able to see what I'm doing. I'll have to twist it and turn it. It's hard to keep it in the frame. But I'll do my best if you really want me to, and if it's an easy enough build for me to do, I may have to do it a couple of times to get used to it, to get the hang of it, to get it down to where it's easy for me to do, and then I'll do that. I do have this coming up soon, the Cerberus by Futun. It's a tri-coil hybrid dripper, hybrids onto the Hades, all authentic. Hades number 786. I honestly don't know if there's a serial number on the Cerberus or not. But when I do that video, I'll get all the information needed, and I'll probably do it with the electrode wires, and that's 28 gauge. That's what I got. I won't be doing anything fancy on that, but I will be doing some more build videos with the Asmodus. As always, let me know if there's anything you'd like me to do a build on or do a review on. I'll try to get my hands on it. And as always, thanks for watching. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe if you think you like what I got to have to give. And like that makes any sense. And keep on vaping. Thanks for watching. Let's have one more vape and then I'll call it done.